All right, y'all, look at this. I'm just trying to take my 15-minute rest while working on this contract, and here she comes.
I'm talking to you.
Yes, can I help you with something?
I want to know who gave you a warrant to come work here. I know the homeowners, and they didn't tell me anyone was coming today.
I don't need a warrant. I'm the contractor hired to fix the patio. I'm just taking a break.
Well, you don't look like a contractor. Usually they have a permit displayed. Why are you just sitting there in a chair? It looks suspicious.
You hear this? She's asking for a warrant like I'm a criminal. Ma'am, please let me work in peace.
If you don't show me your ID right now, I'm calling the police to check your background.
Back up, bro. Back up. Fuck, back up. Back up, bitch. Back up, man.
He done 1, 2, 3 release your ass. Now you gotta call 911 because you got knocked the fuck out.
Our space. You're manifesting right now. Y'all are bitter and angry.
Your hand is in my face, sir.
Sir, your face is in my hand. Your face is in my hand. But you can turn and walk away. You can turn and walk away.
This is our
Why does this message disturb you so much?
You turn and walk away.
Why does the truth disturb y'all so much?
No, it's not the truth.
Why do you guys come to this little gathering thinking you're doing something productive and you're not?
Place and preach there.
Definitely don't touch my wife. Do not touch my wife.
Touch that man's wife, bro. It's gonna be trouble.
I'm at least 30 years your junior, and I work out every day.
Whoever.
Now, I'm not trying. I don't want it to get physical.
Who is being loving and kind?
You're not. You're not. Sir, you just put your hands on me, sir. You just put your hands on me. And all of y'all are surrounding me.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It is. It is. It is. It is. This is ridiculous. Sir, why are you manifesting? Calm down.
I don't know whether it's manifesting or not, but I've lost
You're manifesting.
in terms of your intransigence.
You're manifesting right now, sir.
It's okay. He's gonna eventually.
You're manifesting right now.
He only is going
because at the name of Jesus, the demons tremble. Ma'am.
Get your hands off. You're gonna go to jail.
If we're supposed to pay reparations, let's just say we are, how can you be sure that you descended from slaves if you don't even know who your dad is?
I think it's interesting that you think you have any business making jokes about black people not knowing who their fathers are when you know exactly who your mother is, and she still let you leave the house every day thinking that your eyebrows looked good. It is really weird that for someone who grew up with two parents, you spend a lot of time fixated on the black community. Let me remind you about your joke about George Floyd.
We can all agree there's a lot going on right now. Not all of it's good. And I'm just thankful that George Floyd isn't here to see it, you know?
And the crowd stayed silent. Has anyone else noticed that conservative comedy is never jokes, but it is always resentment, and black people are always the punchline? Aaron, if black people didn't exist, you literally wouldn't have material. Honestly, I expect nothing less from a white supremacist, Zionist piece of shit, but I want to let you know that real comedians write jokes, and all you do is recycle talking points and wait for an audience to clap at something they're never going to laugh at.
And this is why you need to stay out of black people's business. You see my daughter's sign behind me? Yeah, so I'm taking out the trash this morning, and this couple is walking their dog, and the lady asks, when are you going to take the sign out of your yard? And I look back at the sign, and I look back because I want to know who the fuck she was talking to. And I was like, my daughter's graduation sign? And she was like, yeah, she graduated in May. When are you going to take the sign down? Now, I wanted to say, when your mama shaved her beard, but I don't know them people like that. I've never seen them before a day in my life. So I nicely said with a smile, when you start helping me pay the mortgage. So now they offended. Mind your business and you won't be offended. It's really that simple.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing great wherever you are watching us from. So apparently the old rules don't apply anymore. You know, the ones where people were expected to stay quiet, smile though, disrespect and just let it go. Yeah, that era is over, because what we are seeing now is a shift, a real one. People aren't just documenting harassment anymore. They are confronting it, calling it out, pushing it back immediately. And for some folks, that's becoming a real problem. Anyway guys, let's watch the video. I'll be back with my commentary. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share the video to help the channel out. I'll be back soon.
To call all you guys.
Hey, yo,
No, none of your work.
Lucy owned the park.
Okay, that's fine.
You didn't charge anybody to be here.
But I
didn't charge anybody to be here. That's for my stuff that they're using. That's what they're paying for. So mind your goddamn business. Take your ass home.
I mean, do you want me to call all you guys?
You call them. Take your ass home.
You need to show respect, ma'am.
I work with the CEO. This is not your property.
Anybody said if go
You don't have here for
out.
But what's the problem? You and that girl.
And I will go you.
What's the problem?
You and that just camera. What's the
What's the problem?
This is his house.
This is my house, you fucking dummy.
This is my house. This is my house.
Fucking house.
This is my house. What are you doing?
Why are you putting your hands on me? Mom.
This is my house.
Ashley, keep recording.
I am recording.
Keep recording, Ashley.
This is his house. You guys are mistaken.
Thank you.
You guys are mistaken.
You are.
This is his residential home.
Why are you putting your hands on me?
Because you started pushing.
No, I didn't. You're
He didn't push you. I have it on camera. I have it on camera.
Relax. Get the fuck off.
This is his residential
Get the
area.
fuck off of me.
This is his home.
Relax.
Record everything.
Yeah, it's
I'm
on
suing
camera
the fuck
too.
out of you.
Relax, man.
It's okay.
Like, he called you guys here because she's trying to get him to like violate a false order.
Get the fuck off my property.
He's just upset.
Okay.
You're on me camera.
Yeah, I know.
Get the fuck off my property.
Would you relax?
He's okay.
Yeah.
Leave. Leave.
Ma'am, there's a restraining order in place, okay?
No, he's supposed to have. This is you're violating. You can't just walk into people's houses. This is against the law.
We need to investigate here what's going on.
You can't just walk into people's homes.
Not to actually get involved in this.
You can't just walk into people's homes.
We're here to help you. Can you explain what's going on?
You can't just walk into people's homes, though. I know that that's against the law.
Sit down. Man, I'm in my house.
I got you. That's a hot. That's a hot dog.
Wait, don't break my clothes on. Yes, I'm still here. Let it down here right away.
It's too hot out here.
Yeah, the ambulance. It's on the way. Somebody, I had to call on looking. Which may be more dehydrated than anything else.
Do I disagree? Yes, I am. Okay. So the only people, the only people who ever challenged me, the only people who ever shut the
It means that you understand what someone made.
Okay.
I think we know it. Sex offender and accused of espionage, indicted for espionage.
Like I said, the only people who ever challenged me are white Democrat women.
I am a 35-year national security expert.
No, stop.
National security expert.
Oh, you're so smart.
Who you are? Okay, well, you're clear on that.
Everybody can believe in what they want to believe.
No,
Thank you. Will you tell her we were having a private conversation before she came over in my face saying, "Am I serious?" So no, don't talk to me. Talk to her. You and I already know. You and I already know who is the one. Yeah, you and I already know. So take your attention right over here. Right over here.
denial.
What's up, lady?
It's gonna be.
You're trying me. You're trying me.
Another.
No. Why are you looking at me when she's the one agitating it? No. If you're going to be a mediator, then do it correctly. Address the person who you clearly see got up and got in my face. Man, go sit down somewhere.
Right.
Placating to these people. Right.
So what's up with you? What's your name?
Anand, can I see your ID or something?
No, I mean, you can call the police or I can call the police. Can I see your ID?
Yeah.
Let me see your ID.
Yeah.
Take out your ID and I'll take out my ID.
Let me take out your ID and I'm gonna take out my ID.
Okay, let's. Can you get my phone? No. Let's call the police. Give me a phone. Let's call the police.
I'm in my own neighborhood where I live at, working in my neighborhood by my house, and I have this man asking me, "Do I live here?"
Yes.
And what's your name?
Dude,
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start a civil lawsuit right now. That's what I'm gonna do.
Absolutely, you gotta do it, man. But I want.
What's your name, man? Because I'm walking in the neighborhood where I live at, and I'm getting harassed.
No, wait. He's unnecessarily playing us.
But we took back off a
Yes.
Leave me alone. Get your fucking truck. Stay in your truck.
Yes, sir.
Before something bad happens.
Yes, sir.
Get in.
Yes, sir.
This is the man yelling in that video. His video here with his child that he's holding, talking about the sound, saying he's not a mean person, he's a nice person. And what the fuck? The audacity of white people right now is blowing my mind. I am a white woman, and seeing the entitlement, the rage, the complete disregard to human decency and kindness is absolutely astonishing. Watching that video was incredibly difficult, and hearing him continue to say yes sir was even more difficult, because my first thought is you need to stop giving them so much respect when they are disrespecting you that way. But as I sat and thought about it, I know how dangerous it really would have been for him if he acted any other way than he was, because this is North Carolina. I live in North Carolina, and I know when you get into certain areas of North Carolina, it's racist as fuck. And they don't care. They will all work together. They'll have the cops working against you. They'll have the sheriff against you. It will not go in your favor. And that is the reality of what is happening in this world and what is being perpetuated by our current government. And this loudness, to be so rude and act like you have any sort of entitlement to treat anybody that way. I don't care what was happening. You don't speak to any human that way. I don't care. It doesn't matter. What do you do? What could that guy have done in the situation? And that's what's so fucked up. He really didn't have any other option except to be yes sir, yes sir. You know he didn't want to do that. And that takes an incredible amount of self-control.
What's wrong with her? Get your ass out of here. Yes, I'm calling for Ross on Lucky Driveway. Bitch. You a bitch, and I'll whoop your ass. You ain't gonna ever talk some shit out here, bitch. I'll fucking stop. Get your ass out of here. You tell her to stop. You created it. No, she created it. I told her. We don't have anyone. We go through this all the time. I understand. No, you're not. You're gonna take her side. That's how it is. I told her that we don't have anybody. We've been struggling for the past 2 weeks. And she screamed at me, get out of my face. If you want to take her side, take her side.
Oh my God, something needs to be done with her.
Something needs to be done with you. Get your ass out of here.
Okay, that's fine. I'm calling.
Okay, call. I don't care.
No. Your number.
Hello?
No, she is not.
And you're not allowed to video, so don't video. No, you can't. Don't put me in the video. Can you please leave the store? That's all I'm asking. Leave the store.
She's mad that my manager stood up for her.
Why are you still in the store? Like,
I have not seen black men incorporated into the Pet to Threat pipeline by Dr. Keisha Thomas, but I have seen in real life black men targeted by white women at work. And I don't know if that means that Pet to Threat expands to include black men or if this is a separate phenomenon. So I'm curious what your experience has been, if you're willing to share it. The worst I have seen was when I worked at a place there was another white woman manager who was like my peer, who on top of being a horrible employee and shitty person, had a vendetta against black men specifically. I'd already caught her abusing one of my own employees and had locked her out of meetings because of it. I'd reported her to senior leadership and they were just like, oh, that's just how she is, we're talking to her. And I was like, this is not okay. And they would also tell me, they'd be like, yeah, other people have problems with her too, it's not just you. And I'm like, so we're seeing a pattern of bad behavior here. But another black man who I did not manage, who was a peer, called me and told me that that same woman, he had caught her like after a Teams call. He had thought he hung up, but he didn't, because, you know, like we all think we hit the button and it doesn't work. And she had listened in to him talking to his wife, because this was during work from home, about a vacation they were planning to take. And not only did she stay on the line and not hang up like a normal person would, she then the next day accused him of trying to take vacation without letting her know. And he reported her to senior leadership, and they never made him work with her again. But like, not only did she keep her job, like she still got more opportunities in that company than anybody else. She was absolutely a favorite. And that was just insanely violating and weird to me. Like, she was like, you were taking a vacation without letting me know. Like, don't all married people talk to their partner before they put in a PTO request? And also, why the fuck are you eavesdropping in somebody else's home? That's so weird. That is bunny on the stove behavior.
White people, and yes, I mean white people, have to make situations unfucking comfortable for everyone else. And while this conversation does not pertain to every single white individual, just hear me out. I don't know about other minorities, but personally for me, when I walk into events with almost exclusively white individuals, I always just kind of like hold my breath, because I anticipate, which it doesn't always happen, but I do anticipate that there will be someone who does something that's a bit ostracizing for me. They, point me out, and then I feel like an other. And so I hope this conversation really leads to open dialogue about what's really going on here, or why it's not okay, because it's not okay. But basically, I went to a unifying event, and the first instance was I had an individual, and we were all in a group setting, and we were all talking about how many children we wanted. And as people are going around the circle, I'm just like, oh, that's great for you, not for me. I personally do not want kids, but I love that for you. And the thing is, both ideas are okay. They're okay. However, the individual next to me turns over and goes, just because your people don't allow having more than one child, that doesn't mean you have to look down at the rest of us. And everyone was just kind of taken aback by that statement. And we were like, and especially me, I have no idea where this level of aggression came from. It was kind of spoken in a more aggressive tone and with a disapproving face, if I may describe. And so I'm over here like, and so I look over at my friend who was directly behind them, someone that individual actually cares about in terms of their opinion. And they go, why would you say that? And they then turn around and say, hey, I'm sorry if that offended you. Are you sorry about what you said and how it's actually not okay to say things like that, and you should really consider your choices moving forward? Or are you just sorry that it offended me and that I'm the one that was offended from that? Because either way, it doesn't make it okay. Anyways, I try to move past that, and then later on when I encounter two gentlemen that I had to bring news to, before I even said something when I came to their table, the first one says an entire lengthy statement in Chinese. For reference, I'm Korean. And so I just stand there and I nod my head, just listening. And as soon as they finish, I say, so I am not Chinese, but how very cool that you know how to say something like that. And I try to move forward with my statement, and they interrupt and they go, well, then what are you? What am I? Like an animal, And I say, my nationality is Korean. And then I get cut off again. And then the second gentleman goes, 안녕하세요. I understood that. It is very, very poorly stated, but it is hello in Korean. And I say, oh, well, hello to you too. Very interesting how you know that. Cut me off before I can move on again. And they state, yes, because I served in the Korean War over there, and I saved your people. Just like that. My people. I don't know what to say in that fucking situation. Thank you so fucking much. I'm in America now. Oh my God. Dude, I was born here. And so a spark of defensiveness came out of me, and I just immediately state, oh, I was actually born here. I just visit every now and then. And several other statements were said after that, but I don't really want to go into it. And then I come back home and I tell my friend, my closest friend, who is also white, and as I'm telling them about the statements the gentlemen have made, they laugh. They laugh. And I deadpan them and I'm like, why are you laughing? And they go, well, it's not that what they did was funny. It's just I'm not surprised that someone like that. I have a good understanding of who this kind of person is and why they would say something like that. You have a good understanding of what kind of people they are, and you think that that's acceptable or that's funny in some way, or it's just, I find that minorities look at situations like this and we think we need to step up and take action to point out how this behavior is not okay. Just like how with any behavior with children, if they do something wrong, we point it out and we say it's not okay. But white individuals, having grown up in environments where it's not so bad to the point that a parent points it out and say no, that they just grow up and they just roll their eyes and they're like, oh, that's just Bob being Bob. Like the idea of boys will be boys. But I look at the situation and I'm just like, no gender, no race, no age should ever be allowed to say condescending or ignorant comments that make other people feel like they are an outsider. That behavior in general is not okay. And if we wouldn't allow our children to participate in that behavior, right, whether it's pertaining to race or anything else, why would we allow ourselves is the real question. And I hate this next argument of, oh, why do you have to make everything about race? It's not always about race. Well, that's the thing. I didn't make it about race. They did. I felt like I was a part of a unified collective event until I was pointed out as another, as an outsider. We could have had a conversation about everything else, how beautiful the venue was, how wonderfully the event was going, all the people that we know, common interests, but instead they had to point out my race and how my race defines me.
Probably some of the realest advice I can give you to a black person in the workforce. If you start getting the pan face from your white female coworkers, especially if they are a team lead, get in league with the next white man in charge. Like, if you get your hair done and you walk into your job and your coworker, it's okay if they don't compliment you, right? Like, you're not supposed to beg or expect anything from your coworkers. But if the coworker who was already kind of talking to you whenever your hair wasn't done, and then you got your hair done, and the look you got when they first saw you was this, and it's like that the whole time your hair's done, you need to stay away from that coworker. Even if they are willing to have fake conversation with you, I promise you every conversation is fake, and that person will always be on the side of your aggressor if you are on the verge of getting fired. You need to get in league with the white man above her. And I hate to say, no, I don't hate to say it like that. It is quite literally the truth. If your boss's, if your assistant manager is a white man and your team lead is a white woman and you're the subordinate and that woman's giving you trouble, get in league with him immediately. Smile in his face and don't let him actually like black women. Don't let him actually be cool with it, because that's usually what happens. That man will like you more than that woman at all times. She always has her guard up. She does not like you. Stop trying to be friends with her. Do not engage with her at all. I don't care unless she asks you something about your job, you answer the question about your job. You don't answer anything else. And low-key look for a new job, because she is going to be a problem when the problem arises, okay? Just trust me.
Welcome back, guys. Let's be clear. This isn't random. These moments keep happening because there is a long history behind them. The difference now, people are no longer playing along. Take the first situation. Someone walked up to a man doing his job and asked for a warrant, not a permit. A warrant. That's not confusion. That's assumption. The kind that says you don't belong here. So prove yourself. and instead of backing down, people are starting to question it right back. That's the shift. Then you've got the more intense moments, like when harassment crosses the line and turns physical. Now look, violence isn't something to glorify, but it does show how fast things can escalate when someone keeps pushing, thinking there won't be consequences. That old mindset of I can say whatever I want and nothing will happen. Yeah, reality is correcting that real quick. Now the police situation, that one is deeper. Imagine being in your own home and suddenly you have to prove that you belong there, loudly, repeatedly, while being restrained. That's not just misunderstanding, that's a system reacting to a false narrative, and that's wild. And what's wild is how often these situations start the same way. A call, an assumption, a story that isn't true, but gets treated like it is. The difference now, people are recording everything. There is evidence, there is accountability, and there is that moment with the man holding his child being screamed at and still choosing to stay calm, saying yes sir over and over again, not out of respect but survival. That's strategy, because not every situation is safe to push back in the same way. Sometimes knowing your environment matters more than proving a point, and that's something a lot of people don't understand. This isn't just about courage, it's about calculation. Another layer to all of this is what some call pet to threat dynamic. At first everything is fine, you accepted, welcome, even praise, but the moment you assert yourself, set boundaries or show confidence, now the energy changes. Now you are difficult, now you are aggressive, now you are a problem, and people are starting recognizing that pattern and call it out in real time. What's also interesting is the idea of reversing the behavior. Some people are flipping the script, asking the same intrusive questions back, mimicking the same energy, not to be petty, but to make a point. Because sometimes the only way someone understands how uncomfortable something is when they experience it themselves. At its core, this isn't just about hierarchy, it's about awareness. It's about people knowing their rights, understanding their value, and refusing to shrink themselves to make others comfortable. And that's what makes this moment different from the past. Because silence used to be expected. Now, silence looks suspicious. So yeah, things are changing. The question is, are people ready for what that actually means? Because when accountability becomes the norm, a lot of behavior that used to slide suddenly doesn't anymore. Anyway guys, what do you think about this video? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share the video to help the channel out. See you in my next video. For now, peace.